Hello, and welcome to In the Library with
Tara,
and Adrian. Today's special guest will be.
Kassidy Krimmel.
Oh, hello.
Whoa.
I was
Hi.
like, is that Tara? Hello. Are you interviewing me or are you doing it with me?
Oh,
No, I'm
I,
I'm a host.
I'm here.
You're the host?
I'm not the host.
I didn't know who the co-host was going to be for today.
Oh, oh my gosh.
And then when I asked if she knew you, she's like, "Yeah."
This is my show.
And then she threw stuff at me, and I still have a bruise.
Well, that's just a normal
Oh
day.
God.
No, I thought it was funny because I didn't know that you were doing this. And he's like, "Do you know Kassidy?" I'm like, maybe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they or someone had put in a thing on the website and then Debs forwarded it to me and I was like, oh, okay.
That was me.
Oh, was it?
I'm on the hunt for more people to come in and talk about what they do around the community.
Yeah. Well, Tara can be both sides today. She can be host and interviewee.
Well, today we're going to focus on you. So
Okay.
why don't you tell our listeners who you are and what you do?
Okay, yeah, I am Kassidy Krimmel. I am currently the choreographer for Frozen Junior with Bedford Community Players. And I'm also on the board for Bedford Community Players as our public relations chairperson. So kind of do a lot of the advertising for the show and getting it out into the public to spread the word so people come see our show. But yes, I'm also the choreographer. So,
And how long have you been with the Bedford Community Players?
well, I've only officially been on the board for about a year, but I have been involved with performing with Bedford Community Players since I was 9 years old. So from when I was like 9 to 18, I did probably 10 to 12 shows with Bedford Community Players throughout the years. So I have been involved with BCP for a long time, just kind of got back into it. I went away to college, and then when I moved back here after college, decided to get involved and try to spread the word about theater a little bit more. And there's my cat. Sorry.
You've done a number of shows. What's been your favorite show thus far?
Oh gosh, so my favorite show I've performed in, you mean BCP or just in general?
In general.
In general, okay. I would have to say it's probably honestly a three-way tie. I can't choose one. I've done so many. Probably between Annie, when I was younger, I played Annie, and that was Bedford Community Players. And then I was Rusty in Footloose for the RRCA in Monroe in high school. And then I also was Kira in Xanadu in high school as well. And that was Bedford High School. So probably a tie between those three, I would say.
Now, the big question that I think everyone wants to know is what's your favorite thing about working with your current director?
Well, I think that our whole production staff, including our fabulous director, I really love that we are a women like production staff. Our producer, our music director, our director, and our choreographer were all women, and I just think that is great girl power. I love it. I think that we are all very strong women. And I think honestly, another thing is that I think we all thrive working with kids. I think that we all do very well. We give a lot of positive reinforcement to the kids. That's another thing that I really like about this production team is that we are all very positive people. We lead with positivity, we lead with kindness, and that's been one of my favorite things about working with our entire production staff.
And the production right now is Frozen Junior, correct?
Yes, it is Frozen Junior. That is what we are currently working on. And we have a cast of about 45 kids from the Bedford, Whiteford, Toledo area, kind of Southeast Michigan, Northwest Ohio area. And I have loved working with the kids. They are all super talented. Like, I know there's been a few times where I've had a vision of what I wanted in my head, and I didn't even have to tell them and they just did it and it was perfect. And I was like, oh, this is so great. So that part is really rewarding to see them and how they portray their characters. It's really fun.
I have to ask a difficult question here, since
Okay.
I'm sure you've had to listen to the soundtrack dozens of times.
Oh yeah. Oh
Which
yeah.
song would you prefer never to hear again?
Never to hear. I thought you were gonna ask my favorite. Um, never to hear again. Ooh, honestly, I love our Olaf and I love our snow chorus, but probably in summer. I could go without hearing that one. I think
That's one of my.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably go without. But I will say my favorite one is probably Love is an Open Door. I love that one. That's
Is
probably
that for
my
the
favorite.
song itself or for the choreography?
I would say the song itself. Honestly, the choreography, my favorite, which we're actually doing tonight, choreographing tonight. I think my favorite piece of choreography that I'm going to see, if everything works out how I think it will, I think will be Let It Go. I think that will be a really cool number with Elsa and our snow chorus. So you'll have to come to the show to see that one.
When is the show on so that our listeners could check that out?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So our show is June 28th, June 29th, and 30th. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we have an evening show on Friday, so 7:30 on Friday, the 28th. The 29th, Saturday, we have two shows. We have a matinee at 2:30 and then an evening show at 7:30. And then Sunday, we have a matinee at 2:30. And those performances are at the Bedford High School Auditorium.
If you could rename the musical, what would you change Frozen to?
Oh Lord, that's a tough one. I don't know. I think a lot. I don't know. I think my most favorite, because I didn't really know Frozen before. I had never seen, I actually still have never seen the movie. I never saw, I know. It's crazy. I never saw the original musical since we're doing the junior version. The junior version is a like a shortened version of the regular musical. It's just 60-minute show, no intermission. So I didn't want to watch the normal version of the musical because I didn't want to learn the wrong things that weren't in our show or were shortened for our show. So I kind of just focused on the junior version. But what surprised me about the story, which is I'm getting to the name, is that it's a really like emotional story about sisters and about, you know, having love for your sister and wanting to protect your family. So I think I would probably name it something along the lines of like sisters or, you know, something about just having deep love for your sister and being protective over them. I don't know, something about family or sisters or something like that. Because I think when you hear Frozen, you don't really think that, you know, it's going to be an emotional story about these two sisters who, you know, go through a lot. Yeah, and I think they just have a lot of love for each other and they try to protect each other. So I think something along the lines of it being about sisters or family would probably be a good name if it wasn't Frozen.
What are your thoughts if we rename it Ice Ice Lady?
You know what? That works too. I was going down the emotional path, but that works too.
I'm personally going to veto that. But I like the thought process.
Yeah.
So, do you have any plans for what you're going to work on after the show is over?
I don't. I'm really hoping that our production staff, so you know, our director, our music director, our producer, and I really hope we get to work together again on another show because I think that we all work really well together. We work similarly. I think that it would be really fun to work with them again in some capacity, whether that's Bedford Community Players or another theater group. But I really, this is my first time as an adult choreographing a show. I did some choreographing for our show choir in high school, and there was a BCP actually did a student directed show when I was a senior in high school. So I choreographed that show as well. But this is my first time as an adult choreographing, and it's been really fun and honestly challenging for me because I didn't quite know what to expect. And it's been a good challenge for me, I think. And it's been very fun, very rewarding. So I'd like to do it again in some capacity. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Do you prefer to work with the children? Because this is a junior production, so everyone's 18 and younger. Do you prefer children or would you like to try working with adults?
I think I would want to try working with adults. All of my choreography experience has been with kids so far, and I really do like it. I've always loved kids and loved working with kids. I was a gymnastics teacher, a dance teacher for a long time in college, and in high school too. So I've always loved working with kids. So I think I probably right now, just because I don't have experience choreographing for adult shows, I probably would prefer working with kids, but again, I think it would be a great challenge for me to work with adults as well. So I'm really open to anything.
Well, on that note, what is the one show that if someone asked you to direct or choreograph, you'd be like, absolutely not. Which
Absolutely not.
when you don't like or that annoys you or something?
Well, honestly, I like a lot of musicals. I don't know.
She's up for anything.
I really am up for anything. Probably some of the ones that are like older. I like more of the new modern musicals, so maybe ones that are like a little bit older, I would probably stray away from. But there are some good classic musicals too, so I can't even say that honestly. I don't know. I think I'm open to anything, to be honest.
Let's turn this more positively. If you had a dream show that you could run, what would be your dream show?
That's a little bit easier. I I love the musical 9 to 5, and I would really like to perform in that. That's Judy from 9 to 5 is one of my dream roles, but I also think it would be very fun to either direct or choreograph that show as well because I love the music and I think that would be really fun. So that's probably mine.
So I do have to ask, do you want to spill any hot tea on embarrassing stories from your director?
I think the time is cutting out. Bad connection. Oh no.
We honestly haven't really done anything embarrassing. We really haven't.
Tragic.
I know. I know. Maybe tonight. Who knows?
Out there.
Out there in the universe, we can knock on wood.
Right?
I agree with that. I think everything, thankfully, for the most part, has gone smoothly. Yeah. We've had some fun challenges like moving our rehearsals around, figuring out where we're gonna put them up. But Bedford's been very nice and very helpful. We've done a lot of our rehearsals at Monroe Road Elementary, which we're very grateful for that space, and we're very excited for the high school.
Yep. Yep. I think it's been really good so far. Our kids are great. They're so talented. They really are. Even from like auditions and callbacks, we could tell we were like, oh, okay, we have a show, even just from audition, the first day of auditions. So it's been fun to see them get more into their characters as the time has gone on. And I think honestly, it's gone really fast. I can't believe it's already June 7th. It's crazy. Like what, 3 weeks from today is opening night?
No pressure.
Like no pressure, but yeah, it really is. I sat there the other day and thought about that. I was like, wow, this has gone by really fast. But I guess that means we're having fun, right?
Yeah. And I will say the kids are crazy talented and like
They really are.
like they have so much enthusiasm and excitement for the show. And I've been so impressed by how many children have shown up and just been like fully memorized just because they're so excited to do the show. They're like, I'm ready. And so I would say at least half the cast is already completely memorized.
Oh yeah, and the thing about that surprises me is it's the really young ones that are already memorized. Like our young kids in the show, like 8, 9, 10 years old, they're the ones that, there are some older kids too that are memorized, but I mean a lot of the young kids are, and that was really impressive to me. I was like, wow, they're all just really excited. Like you said, they're all really excited. So and every time I think I had one of the younger girls in the show, she asked me, when are we choreographing this song? When are we choreographing this song? So they're all just so excited to do their parts, and that's really fun to see, and that's really cool. So
I'm asking for a friend, but if you ever redo this musical as the grown-up adult version of Frozen, what do you think my chances are of getting Anna?
Anna. I'm not sure. Maybe it would be better suited for Hans.
Is that the reindeer?
No, it's fine.
No.
Hans is the bad guy.
Well, yeah.
She said you were evil.
She's not wrong.
Just because he has dark hair like our Hans, that's why.
That's fair. And I'm evil. It's okay. If you would kindly just remind our listeners one more time about what time your show will be.
Yep. So it's June 28th at 7:30 p.m., June 29th at 2:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m., and Sunday, June 30th at 2:30 p.m. And those performances are all at the Bedford High School Auditorium. And you can get tickets online. We go through Show Tix for You. There's a long link that I don't know off the top of my head, but you can go to our website, bedfordcommunityplayers.com, and our Facebook page, Bedford Community Players, and the link for tickets is on both of those sites. So you can click it right from there.
Payable in US dollars?
Yes, payable in US dollars.
Not bartering with chicken or anything, right?
Nope.
But if
just
they wanna,
US dollars.
If they want to help out backstage, we might be able to make an exception.
You know what? That is true. We always need ushers and box office help and backstage help. So, yep.
You say you need ushers. Are we talking like early aughts era or like modern usher? No?
Ushers to lead people to their seats.
Okay. I know. We've enjoyed having you on. We do want to thank you very much.
Yep.
I do want to say, I want to apologize. You're stuck with me like every single day in the evening, and then you can come to do an interview and you're still stuck with me during the day. So
I know. Well, I actually thought about it. I was like, I wonder if she has anything to do with this. But then I meant to ask you, and then it slipped my mind. So yeah, it's funny.
She was crossing her fingers hoping I wasn't going to be here. Sorry.
I say I'm evil.
No, it is good. It's good. Yeah, I'll see you tonight. Bye.
Let's do community news. You want to start us off?
Yes. So we got a couple things happening this summer. Very, very excited that we're doing a summer music series. It's going to take place once a month, and it's going to be at the gazebo between the library and the junior high. There's going to be live music, food trucks, yard games. It's going to be at 5:30. The first date is going to be the 27th of June. And our special artist is going to be Kurt Knight. And we're going to have Holy Jesus as our food truck option. I haven't seen them before, but I'm very excited based off that name.
Do you think they'll have Swiss? It's a holy cheese.
Oh, gosh. I didn't get it at first.
Okay. My jokes are scraping the bottom of the barrel. Other things going on at our library. If you're not in the aware, we have a variety of summer escape rooms coming up. You can check out the summer escape room at the Maybe branch, which will be taking place Thursday, June 13th. There are 5 slots available between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. Register online, bit.ly/SUMESCAPEMY.
Write that down.
Just one more escape room real quick. There is also a summer escape room going on Friday, June 14th. 5 slots available between 2 and 6 p.m. at the Petersburg Branch Library. I would read this one out to you as well, but frankly, go online, check out our events calendar.
Yes, we also have the author tour coming to the Bedford Branch Library. The author is going to be R.S. Doreen, and they are going to be here on June 10th at 6:30. I believe that's going to take place in the community room. So come on out and listen to our wonderful author, R.S. Doreen.
And if you want to pregame it, you can listen to the previous edition of this podcast, which featured an interview with Mr. Doreen. While we're on the subject of authors, if you're wild about books, check out the Animal program at the Erie Branch Library going on Monday, June 17th from 5 to 6 p.m. It'll be fun, interactive, live animal programming about books and the importance of reading.
Woohoo! Love that. So I love that at our libraries, there is no shortage of book clubs. And so on that note, we have a new book club at the Bedford Branch. It is Mystery They Read. I think that's supposed to be like Murder, She Wrote. Like it. Anyway, so this is meeting at the Bedford Branch Quilt Room on the first Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m. So the first one happened already on June 5th. They were reading the book Never Look Back by Mary Burton. The next event is going to be on July 3rd, and that they're going to be reading The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. That should be pretty fun.
Are you sure it's not pronounced apothecary?
Apothecary?
Oh.
Might be apothecary.
Dundee branch will be having Play-Doh and Playdates Tuesdays at 10 a.m. throughout the summer. They'll be meeting on June 11th, July 30th, August 6th, and August 20th. Toddler, preschool, and elementary age children are invited to open play with Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
What's your favorite flavor of Play-Doh?
Blue. When in doubt, go with blue.
Non-library things. The Kingston residents of Sylvania will be having a summer concert series as well. Their first show will be June 12th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. featuring Ragtime Rick and the Chefs of Dixieland. I really thought it was going to be Chiefs, but it is in fact Chefs. Are you familiar with them?
Yes. No. But I'm very excited to hear them.
You can't see my face, viewers, but I did a bizarre double take.
Can I do a shameless plug real quick?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we still have Yogi Bears happening twice a month, the first and third Sunday. It's for children ages 5 to 11 here at the Bedford branch. Shameless plug because this is my program and I'm very excited. I love it. So we do yoga and we learn breathing and we learn about emotions, and it's a really, really fun. So I have 2 classes that happen. And we're starting up a preschool yoga story time that's going to happen on Mondays. I believe it's at 9, at 10, and at 11. So I'm going to be reading them a yoga story, and we're going to be learning poses, and we're going to have healthy snacks, and it's going to be a really fun event. That's starting up this upcoming Monday, and I'm very excited.
We're very excited as well.
Clearly.
I can't do yoga. I don't bend.
Parents are welcome to join with my yoga classes. If there's extra spots, the parents are doing it with them. So it's a great workout for the kids and for the adults. So you know what? If you want to start doing yoga, definitely give it a try.
I haven't seen my toes in 5 years. The farmers markets are set in South Rockwood. They'll be going on at the South Rockwood United Methodist Church located at 6311 South Huron River throughout the summer. The farmers market will meet on June 15th, July 20th, August 17th, and September 21st. Market times are 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Produce, baked goods, and other items will be available.
Yeah.
Do you like farmers markets?
I love farmers markets. You can always find such fun things there.
Do you know what the average going price of a farmer is these days? Do you know, do they just sell new farmers? Do they sell used farmers?
I think a little bit of everything.
Okay.
And a lot of corn.
The big lump of knobs? It's got the juice. That's going to be on the intro and the outro, and it's going to be all around this podcast, just randomly shouting, "It's corn." We'd like to thank you for joining us today on In the Library. And this has been In the Library with
Tara
and Adrian. Yay.
Woo-hoo.